So, welcome everyone to Future Generations University Fall 2024 semester kickoff meeting. Thanks for showing up today. I appreciate it. I hope you're looking forward to the semester, whether it's your first term with us or you're continuing from last semester, or you've taken a break and for a while and are coming back to us. We are so glad that you are here. My name is Chris Roper. If you're returning this semester, then you're used to seeing Kelly Fleming at this meeting. Sadly for us, Kelly has stepped down as Chief Academic Officer to focus on completing her PhD, and I'm taking over her responsibilities for the time being. She may pop in periodically throughout the year, though, but we're going to miss her. We're going to miss her presence a lot. So here we have, this is our agenda for today. It shouldn't take very long, certainly not the full hour that I've booked. We're going to start with a welcome from President Fran Day, and then we'll follow that with some quick introductions from Future Generations University staff who are on the meeting today. And then we'll have introductions from teaching faculty on the classes that they're offering, that they're teaching this semester. And then we'll end with a few words on the residentials that will be taking place this academic year.
Welcome, and thank you all for being here. I'd like to say a very special thank you to Chris Roper and to Paula, because they have taken on many of the duties that Kelly Fleming was formerly doing. So make sure that you get to know them and call on them as you need. They are very, very kind and approachable people. I want to also congratulate each of you on continuing your journey to build your skill base so that you can build your community and can achieve a mantra that we talk about a lot around here, which is building from success. So I'm going to be really excited over the next semester to see how your journey is progressing. Each of you is a valuable and remarkable addition to the Future Generations University family. And you are joining practitioners worldwide in 55 different countries. That's amazing. I encourage you to get to know these people, the alumni, see where you can learn from them, how you can help their work, and how they can enrich yours. It's really important that you become a participant in the institution. One of the tenets that we live by is that we believe in learning. We have amazing professors, and yes, they teach, but they mostly facilitate your ability to learn and your ability to be an effective practitioner in the field of applied community development. I'd like to talk a little bit about our faculty. Each of our faculty members was chosen because they bring unique perspectives as well as a great command of the traditional knowledge in their given field. They are available to you, they are approachable, they are stars in their field, and they can help you to be a star and to shine. So I encourage you to take advantage of everything that they have to offer. As you move through this journey, whether it is your last semester or your first semester, recognize that we are here to support you and your learning. And if there is a need that you have, Don't sit back and wait for somebody to recognize it. Talk to Chris, talk to Paula, talk to your professor, talk to me. Don't wait to get what you need out of the program. Again, welcome. We're really glad you're here, and we look forward to seeing what you accomplish. Thank you. Chris.
All right. All right. Thank you, Fran. We're now I'm gonna ask the Future Generations staff who are on just to give a brief introduction to themselves. And Deborah, I'm gonna, since I see your chat here, I'm gonna let you talk about yourself, and then I'll give Deborah a few extra seconds to talk about what she asked me to talk about. Deborah, you go ahead and go first.
Hello, everybody. Greetings. I'm in the North Mountain campus office in West Virginia this morning. I very much enjoyed my breakfast I made for myself here, Chris. And I'm really privileged to be here talking to you. My role is Senior Director of Marketing and Communications. So all of the social media, the newsletters, a lot of the visual assets that you see, this beautiful presentation was completed by a team of communications officers for the university. And so as you build your career as a student and then ultimately as an alumni, our office will be in touch, and I encourage you to be in touch with us with your accomplishments, with your stories of success, and we will be happy to build on that together and share that within our community and with the wider world. I do want to ask for you to stay connected with us throughout your time as a student and beyond, and there's a number of ways you can do so. We have a weekly electronic newsletter that I encourage you to sign up for. We are very active on multiple social media channels: Facebook, Instagram, X, LinkedIn. We have a robust YouTube channel. We also have a monthly webinar series called Out of the Woods. And as the fall and winter in this continent progresses, as the year progresses, there are going to be other communication programming that we'll encourage you to be participants in. So I'm going to put into the chat the links to all of our social media and newsletter signups and handles. So if you'll take a few minutes to follow, like, subscribe, and participate, I look forward to continuing the conversation with all of you throughout this semester. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Deborah. I just pasted those links in for you while you were talking, so they're already there. All right, next on my list is Shannon Donnelly. If you would just say a couple words about yourself.
Hello, everybody. I'm Shannon Donnelly. I'm the university's development coordinator. I've worked for Future Generations for about 4.5 years. This is, I think, only the second kickoff I've actually been able to attend. Today, I am helping Chris Roper with behind-the-scenes tech support.
And it is very much appreciated. Thank you, Shannon. Bruce, you're next on my list.
I'm Bruce Holdeman. I'm manager of design projects. I'm part of Deborah's communications team and assist with anything necessary. I'm here on the Franklin North Mountain campus.
All right, thank you, Bruce. And Chris Reiser.
Hello, everyone. My name is Chris Reiser. I've been with Future Generations now for 3 years. I'm the alumni coordinator, and I work putting together initiatives to help networking and engagement amongst the alumni, and look forward to meeting each one of you as you progress with us.
Thank you, Chris. And I've got Lindsay, who just came on. Lindsay, we're asking Future Generations staff to introduce themselves. You are a little unique in that you're both staff and a student, but if you want to say something about yourself, that would be great.
Hi, everyone. My name is Lindsay Kazarek. I am the communications associate here at the university. I am cross-functional. I work both with the academics team and with our community engagement division. And as Chris had mentioned, I am both part of the team here, but I'm also a student. So I'm looking forward to being in class with everyone as well. It's nice to meet everybody.
Okay, I think that is everyone. If I've missed somebody, if I'm scrolling through, please jump in and tell me. Otherwise, we're going to move on. So now we'll talk, we're going to talk about our courses, the courses that you are taking this semester. First on Mondays is fundraising and resource development, starting at 9:45 a.m. Eastern, and that's 13:45 UTC. And Dr. Erica Harney is your instructor. Erica, would you like to say something?
Yeah, good morning, at least from the East Coast, but great way to start everybody's week out with me with fundraising. So I'm excited to have you all in the classroom. And we are looking forward to really diving deep into a few fundraising topics, specifically around grants and annual giving and some other fundraising mechanisms. And then the rest of our semester is spent looking at the variety of those. But the vast majority of what you will spend your time working on in this class with the labs is a case for support, doing some prospect research, writing out a full grant application. But we're also going to look at the overall fundraising plan of organizations and what might be the best fit for yours. And so that's what we'll be achieving for the semester, and look forward to working with you all.
All right, thank you, Erica. Next on Tuesdays, we will have monitoring and evaluation with Dr. Tom Hammett, meeting at the same time, 9:45 a.m. Eastern, 13:45 UTC. I see you're there, Tom. Good to see you.
Glad to be here. Thanks a lot for that introduction. I'm really happy to be joining the academic team. This is my first semester. I've been teaching and working at Virginia Tech and Blacksburg. Some of you know of that for many years. I've worked at other universities before that. And now I've come to roost in the academic program at Future Generations. And prior to this, I've been working on project work in the Appalachian program for 6 years, I think, 6 or 7 years. Anyway, and I focus on non-timber forest products. How do we make money off the environment without screwing it up? And then helping to build capacity at institutions around the world, primarily focusing at educational institutions. The course that I inherited is taught really in 3 parts. The first part is exploring just what is monitoring and evaluation, and then picking apart and putting together a plan for each student's monitoring and evaluation plan, and then developing that plan and finally presenting that plan to colleagues near the end of the semester. I'm looking forward to working with you all, and I hope that this meeting is helpful. It's been very helpful to me. Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Tom. And I wanted to add, I meant to say something about this a little earlier in the meeting. Tom has generously come in and is filling in for our longtime beloved professor, Dan Robison, who suddenly passed away in June. I know a lot of returning students have had the pleasure and the good fortune of having Dan Robison as a professor. And we all miss him deeply. And we thank you, Tom, for picking up the reins on this course. We appreciate it.
My pleasure, and thank you for that recognition. It's these are big shoes to fill, but I'll do my best. And here I am pictured leaning against a maple tree, one of the baselines that we use in our Appalachian program, maple syrup. And we'll hear about that during class.
Very good. Thank you. Next is taking impact to scale. This is with Dr. Daniel Taylor. It's going to meet at, again, 9:45 a.m. on Wednesdays. And then Dr. Taylor has small groups that are going to meet on Thursdays. And this is sort of a new format to the course, and I will let Daniel talk about it. If you're on, Daniel.
Welcome, everybody, and thank you very much, Chris. It's a real joy to be joining this class, because I think this is going to be a particularly exciting one, because we're going to be traveling on a journey of mentoring in a new format that is going to give each of you a lot of one-on-one opportunity to actually plan and implement scaling impact. As Chris noted, there is the Wednesday class when everybody comes together. But then on Thursdays, we are having 4 small classes where groups of 4 students get together and then they help each other with their weekly assignments. Let me just accent that the real activity, the grading and everything happens in those Thursday classes, because you come to the class with a piece of community work that you have planned for that week. You share it with your colleagues, and your colleagues will be guiding you and advising you as to the next step in taking that, so that you are, in fact, evolving a plan for scaling up your community. Each one of you who is enrolled for the class should have received a series of emails from me. You will know what times you're going to be gathering on Thursdays. If you have any questions that are coming from those emails, please immediately get back to me with your questions, and I will work with you to answer them so that the course fits your needs. Especially, I want each of you right now to start thinking about what is the community that you're going to be working with. And if you have questions about that, please immediately get back to me. The definition of community is very specific in seed scale. It's a group that shares something in common and has the potential to act together. And that emphasizes the theme of this course, which is planning and managing human energies, because human energies we all have in roughly the same amount. So as we take things to scale, we're going to be emphasizing that which we have, which is our human energies. And we're not going to be concentrating on that which we don't have, which is typically a scarcity of money. In Professor Harney's class, you're going to be focusing on that. But in this course, we're going to be learning to manage and plan to use our human energies. So thank you very much, Chris, and everybody who's in the class. Please study the emails that I have already sent to you. And if you have questions, get back to me very soon. Otherwise, I look forward to welcoming you next Wednesday at 9:45. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Daniel. For those of you who started last semester or are starting this semester, you will be in this class. This is Introduction to Community Change. It is sort of the one of the foundational classes for the master's program. And this year it's going to be taught by Luke and Joey. This meets on Thursdays at again 9:45 in the morning Eastern and 13:45 UTC. Luke and Joey, I think you're both on.
Yeah, we're both here. Hopefully everybody can hear us. So welcome everybody, both new students. I'm looking forward to getting to know all of you. I was reviewing the course list yesterday and really excited to meet all of these new names. I also was looking at who else is on the call, and I see many old faces, many of you who took Intro to Community Change last year. So I'm glad to see you all back, and I know you'll have really enjoy taking your seed to scale with Daniel in taking impact. So as Chris noted, I'll be the lead faculty member on the Introduction to Community Change course, which I've been teaching for a number of years now. And I'm really excited to have my friend and colleague, Joey Alloy, helping me this year. So I'll say a bit about the course and then let Joey introduce himself and say a bit more. As Chris already noted, we'll be meeting on Thursday mornings at 9:45. You all should get a welcome email, since tomorrow morning is going to be Thursday morning. So at 9:45 tomorrow morning, a welcome email will be going out to all of you all with the 1 week notice, and we will have a short welcome video, link to a short welcome video in that email. So please take time to review that, watch that video. You'll get the syllabus, and we'll give a bit of instruction about what to expect for the coming week, or at least for the first class. So as many people will either know or have heard, the program at Future Generations is largely centered around a methodology known as seed scale. And so taking impact to scale teaches scale, and in an intro to community change, we teach the SEED portion, and SEED is an acronym. It stands for Self-Evaluation for Effective Decision Making. And that's specifically in a community setting. So the class has really two main components. There's a lot of online work, but the core thrust of it is going to be 2 community labs. Okay, and so in the first half of the semester, we're going to be working in both small groups and breakout rooms, and also individually in your own communities, to create a really robust community profile and understanding of who is your community and what are you all really trying to do. In the second half of the semester, we're going to take that profile and understanding of community and lay it into a concrete work plan for you all. And that will provide you a roadmap for both doing community change in your own communities, but we also hope provide a very strong launch point for a lot of your other academic work here. So Joey, I'll hand it over to you to cover anything I've missed and say a bit about yourself.
Yeah, I think Luke covered the basics of the course really well. I'm excited to be assisting with this course this semester. I have an academic background in philosophy, so the theoretical portions of the course are going to be exciting for me. And I also have about a decade of experience, as Tom mentioned, working in Central Appalachia in local agricultural work, and then specifically agroforestry in the last few years. I am wanting to pick up as much as I can about the basics of this course by teaching with Luke, how to teach it, what are the most important aspects of seed scale for student success, right? But I also want to get to know you all as students, right? Because this will not be the last course I teach. So please never hesitate to reach out to me with smaller questions, larger questions, whatever it is that you think you need for the course, for navigating the university more broadly, or anything else that you think that I might know something about. Look forward to getting to know you all more. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, Luke and Joey. Next class is Bottom-Up Economics. It's going to be taught by Jenny Totten. It's going to meet on Fridays. Again, 9:45 Eastern, 13:45 UTC. Jenny can't make it today, unfortunately. She is somewhere in Pocahontas County, West Virginia right now, heading to the West Virginia State Fair. So she asked me to read this on her behalf. It's not very long. I am so excited to have so many students from all over the world taking bottom-up economics. I hope we can create a classroom of learning and engagement with one another, where we challenge existing economic structures and talk about new ways of thinking about economic development in our communities. So I think it's going to be fun. A lot of you are registered for that class. It's going to be great. Before we go on to talk about residentials, I want to just want to add that by now you all should have logged into Moodle, which is our learning management system. If you haven't, check your future.edu email addresses. There are instructions on how to do that. And if you have problems, shoot me an email this week. Your courses are going to open up in Moodle on Saturday. And And I encourage you to take some time over the weekend to log in, get acquainted with your courses in Moodle, and get ready to be in class next week. I want to add one last thing about the classes. While we expect that you're going to show up for class on time and you're going to do all the work on time, we also understand that sometimes life gets in the way. And that's okay. And I think you'll find that our faculty are very understanding and flexible if you have let them know sort of in a timely manner and preferably ahead of time what's going on. If you're going to be out of internet range for a while, let them know before you leave. If you've been ill and haven't been able to complete your community lab, for example, let your professor know as soon as you can. It is much, much easier to work out a plan to get caught up the moment you get behind than it is try to get caught up weeks or even months later. So just please keep that in mind, and please always, always, always communicate with your with the teaching faculty. So with that, move on to our upcoming residentials. Well, the first residential we're going to have in this academic year is India, Learn to Make the Change You Wish to See. And this is a residential that Daniel Taylor has been leading for several years. It's going to take place January 5th through 17th, and then with the online portions taking place in December. There's a URL here for you to register. It's also, you can find it on the website under the academics tab at future.edu. Daniel, would you like to say a couple words about the residential?
I also want to say I really hope some of you sign up for it, because this course is a lot of fun. And we are, as mentioned, the course begins in December, and December 4th with some online sessions where we learn some key concepts of Gandhian philosophy, so that when we gather in India on the 5th of January, terms like satyagraha and ahimsa, and these are not strange words, but they're comfortable words. More importantly, the key lesson from Gandhi is the expanses of freedom. We tend to think of Gandhi as a person who did the magnificent achievement of peacefully liberating on a political level, but his real purpose was the comprehensive balance of freedoms from poverty, from caste, from gender discrimination, from health oppression. And so what we are going to be doing in this course is looking at the holistic meaning of freedom, and through that, then applying it specifically to ourselves and our current problems, because the lessons from 100 years ago are very relevant today in this world where so many freedoms are actually being limited. And so we have great opportunity to take these human energy answers that anybody can do, and we can now start to use them. So that's what the course concentrates on. We meet online, we learn some basic concepts, and then we gather in Delhi, India, take a brief couple of days to visit some of the exciting lessons of Delhi, where Gandhi was assassinated. We'll take a trip to this Taj Mahal, where we will have some more time of thinking about the history of India. And then we go to central India, the Sevagram ashram, and we sit on the mud floors and we eat the food that would be typical of a Gandhian, and we walk in the mango groves, and we start to drink deeply from the lessons and figure out how we can carry them with us to come back. The course is well subsidized by a generous donor, so that all the India costs are paid for. You have to cover your transportation and your tuition fees, and if you have a scholarship, that transfers over. So take a look at this course, because it's an opportunity for a rich and deep understanding of, first of all, the founding concepts behind Seed Scale and the university, and secondly, a chance for you to experience one of the greatest teachers of all time, Mahatma Gandhi. Thanks very much, Chris.
Sorry, I muted myself. Thank you, Daniel. All right. Next summer, then, I don't think we have specific dates yet, but they'll be coming soon. Appalachian team at Future Generations University is going to be leading a residential in and around West Virginia. Like I said, more details will be forthcoming, but I think Luke and Joey can give us a little bit of a teaser now.
Yeah. So as a few of us have mentioned by now, the community engagement division's been doing work in Appalachia, actual community work in Appalachia for years now, and that's why we think it's a sort of really exciting place to see community change in action. You can see the work that we've been doing and the partners we've been working with. It'll be next summer at some point. Like Chris said, the dates are kind of still up in the air. The focus will be on the Potomac Highlands region of West Virginia and the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia. Possibly we're going to spend some time in DC too, because I imagine that most international students and many national students from the US are going to be flying into DC. There will be details on that coming out, but the main topic areas we're pretty sure we know about already, because these are the topic areas that are the focus of the work that we've done in Appalachia through the university and the work that our partners do. So it includes things like youth engagement and youth empowerment, sustainable income generation, sustainability, of course, understood in the threefold way, right? That we're not just talking about economic sustainability, but also environmental and social, right? Community planning, natural resource management, substance use prevention and recovery, and of course, action research, participatory action research, because that's sort of what our program, the Appalachian program, is known for regionally or nationally, is the action research we've done in tree SERPs in particular, but agroforestry broadly. So if you have interest in the Appalachian region and its history, or if you have experience with or interest in nature-based enterprises of any sort, we know those will be the focuses of the trips that we're doing in Appalachia, the residential next summer. Which faculty and which partners on which days are information that we'll get to you before you sign up. And please don't hesitate to reach out to me or Luke or Jenny to ask more specific questions. And then Luke, do you have anything you wanted to add at the moment?
No, I think you covered it, Joey. It should be a really, really great time. I've led several Appalachian residentials in the past. And I think this one in particular will be a really, really rich learning experience with a lot of chance to engage with professionals and also work together as peer groups to really think about how to take some of that learning home into your own community.
All right. Well, thank you both. All three. Thank you very much. And that is it. Thank you all for coming. I'm going to stick around a little bit. So if you have any questions, stay on the call and we can chat afterwards. Otherwise, feel free to leave the meeting. Have a great day and have a wonderful semester. And remember, we are always here to help. So if you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, reach out to Paula. Sorry, I didn't even mention Paula. Paula has been helping everybody get online, get their email addresses, get onto Moodle. She's going to be doing registrar responsibilities. But she couldn't be here today. But she'll be back next week and help troubleshoot anybody getting online.